It is of course time for the Duel Links updates for December 2024, and this one is going to be fairly straightforward, right? We know for the most part what we're getting. It's going to be a Goha Rush Cup, it'll be a rerun event of the Bracelet Girls, and then probably going to be a Duelist Road ARC-V rerun. That's my expectation. Let's dive in. First of all, is going to be, of course, the Goha Rush Festival. Fair enough, straightforward, that's fine. Then, getting a brand new SR called the Kumanga Sticky String Kaiju via tour guide. Okay, so a brand new kaiju, pretty cool. This one is one of the better ones, right? Of course, Gamma Seal is the best one, but in general, the weaker body you put in your opponent's field, the better for you. Then, mid-December, of course, is the rerun of Lulu and Rin, giving us both of the new fusions, okay, and the new skill, Kakira Getsu, which we knew we were getting via skill leaks. It's a D-draw when your opponent's got 2500 body on their field. It's fine, but you're not really going to play over, say, the actual skill for Lurlusks or for Wind Witches, just a cool skill for, I assume, Lulu, Rin, Serena, and for Yuzu. And of course, Dual Capsule giving us the SR card Blaze of Divine Wind, which the Rush spell we've had so many times in these events, and so that's not very exciting. Then, late December, is Duelist Road with a new ARC-V event. Okay, so this one probably going to be the 5Ds world, the Synchro Dimension, right? We'll see Jack, we'll see Crow. That's pretty cool. You know, in theory, we could get some cool support for Black Wings or RDA in a event reward. Like, I don't think we will, but it could, in theory, happen. A bit surprised it's not going to be the rerun, because we are expecting that. It has been a year since the last one, and usually we see events ran twice, and this one hasn't been yet, and so that's a bit weird. But the big thing is that's all, yeah. So the big thing is we're probably going to be getting an ARC-V cap increase for levels this month, probably around the unlock for Rin and Ruri, which does like make sense, right? We've seen so far Konami kind of go all in on ARC-V the last 3 months, right? September, of course, 2 unlocks, October, of course, was Yuri, and so we're kind of done for ARC-V characters, aside from the big one being Zark, which we're going to have to wait for, I assume, until we get to the end of another Duelist Road, right? Maybe we're doing one Duelist Road for each kind of dimension, and then the big reveal of Zark coming to Duel Links in, I don't know, we'll go August or something, right? Around that time, give ARC-V a bit of a break, probably makes sense. And a level cap makes sense for this month, because last year, we got the level cap increase for Zexa World, the year before in December, was DSD, and so now, getting ARC-V to 40, fingers crossed, is going to be pretty big in terms of the amount of gems we can get, and hopefully, some cool new cards. And in terms of new cards as well, for I've got the Kumongus, the Kaiju, this one of course is 24 attack, pretty good card for a Kaiju, right? It's decent enough for you to be over, not too shabby. Then, this one's kind of scary, because this was the face of FTKs in the OCG and the TCG, but in Duel Links with half damage and no cards to really kind of take advantage of it, I don't think this is going to be that prevalent. And also, in terms of playing in Pure Lurlusk, are you going to run Fusion? I don't really think so. Now, the cards that really abuse this were things like the Neptune or the Supreme King Starving Venom, and we've got them in Duel Links. No, we've not. So, fingers crossed, they don't come for a very, very long time, if at all. Then, Wind Witch is getting a Fusion as well, which can actually take advantage of this being in the graveyard, and so it is kind of countering Lurlusks if they're playing it, but again, you've got to run Polymerization, and do you want to run a brick in your deck that otherwise you don't need? Probably not. I think that we'll next see Lurlusks get better, I guess, when we get Tri Brigade. Now, could that be coming, say, in a main box on New Year's Day? Sure, it could be. That'll be timed very well. But we'll see. Now, back to Duel Links itself, because there's one more big thing in the game at the moment, and it's surprising because they've done this really well. It's the Rush Duel Trial. Now, every day, you get 50 gems by playing in Ranked. That's pretty good, right? It's only on until December 3rd, so not too long to actually play this, so 3 days, but you're getting free gems. Then, if you just play 15 matches, no surrender, you're getting event points for the current event, you're getting pack tickets for the new box, and you're getting the special KC Cup Rush packs, which are fine. The big thing is if you go to a Rush World, let's say go to Seven's World, and you go to Ranked, you can play with loan decks featuring new box stuff, right? So you've got a Void Vulgar deck that these decks aren't going to be 100%, you know, good, right? Some of them are missing key cards, like the Psychic one is only playing 1 copy of the Bear, which I think you want to play 2 or 3 of, right, for Psychics. There are some weird choices, but in terms of giving you a Rush Duel experience, this is a good thing. Now, could you read into this as Rush Duel is doing very, very poorly, and they need to do this to kind of boost up numbers? Sure, you could do. Or, it's because the current, like, period of Duel Links is going to be so Rush focused, right? We've got a Zuajo event, and then of course this happening, and then the Go Rush Festival until mid-December, it is going to be a very rush heavy month, which we haven't seen since like March when the last Go Rush Festival was, and so it kind of, to me, leans more so on that side of things rather than the rush tools doing absolute dog shit. We've got to do anything we can do because this isn't really enough to make people go, you know what, I'm going to dump so many gems to rush tool. It's not really there. Now, is it a cool thing? 100%. I really like us getting loaner decks for events. Now, do I think these decks are that great? No, of course not. I've lost more than I've won with these decks. One of the things I realized about early Duel Links was the Tabletop RPG event, and in those events, they had decks you could face with cards coming in the next box, and they've not done that in so many years, and I think that giving people ways to play the new cards, right, whether for Speed Duel or for Rush Duel, both formats will be great, right, but just makes the game feel a bit more accessible, and just like feels like you're marketing more, and wanting people to actually go into the boxes, because the weird thing is you can't really test out decks before you buy them, and in Duel Links, when cards are so expensive to kind of invest into, you've really got to be sure that you're going to enjoy what you're playing, and so this does give you a way to see, you know what, am I going to enjoy it? Maybe. Now, as you can see, we're not doing 2 on the box, right? We are still going into our 3rd box. Again, the first round of the box, this was in the bottom 3 packs. Second round of the box, this in bottom 5. We're missing one of this, one of this, one of this, one of this, and one of this. Then we can be done with the box. So I'm hoping that the next kind of 8 or so pulls we've got are going to be really, really good. If not, then that's kind of disappointing, but we'll see. No, going to be absolutely nothing, of course. I'm going to assume we're going down to the very bottom of the box, and so I'm going to probably kind of delay any rush content until Monday, maybe, because I do want to start with Zwaijo, because I think it's the deck people are going to be going to the most. And so you can, of course, go into the game right now, play Rush Duel with his new cards, and see, do you like the playstyle of not so optimal Void Velga deck? And it is just, you know, Unga Bunga beat down, but we're in a metagame where things are so heavily focused on light decks, and so it's actually pretty decent. And this pack opening has been god-awful. Oh, no, there is our 3rd Requiem. Okay, very good. If we could see, if we saw the 3rd UR there, that'd be great, but we don't. So, back to the mines, back to farming. Just my quick thoughts on the updates and on the new campaign. The campaign, really good. Updates-wise, it's a bit boring, but we know we're going to be getting, or we're probably going to be getting, an Arc-5 cap increase, which, if you go to Arc-5 World, right, and look at how many characters we've got, it is the biggest one, right? It's going to be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 characters, all getting, what, an extra 500 plus gems, so 7,000 gems, plus new cards. It's going to be massive. And of course, potentially getting a Deckable box on December 5th, and then a main box coming New Year's Day, that should be based on previous years, really, really solid. So, it's not all doom and gloom, it's a bit of a boring month overall, but in terms of what we're actually going to be getting, if we get it, it's going to be really big. So, fingers crossed. Then, of course, anniversary in January. Jump Fest reveals on December 21st. Could be towards that, so look forward to that. Anyway, that's me done rambling. Thanks for watching. Adios.